In today's From the Ground Up segment, we take a look at organic dairy farming. It's not only healthy for cows, but also good for the land. Organic dairy cows basically eat nothing but grass all day, which allows the cows to live longer.
On most conventional dairy farms, they get a lot of corn, and that causes an acidity in the stomach, and it causes some health problems. But cows eating a lot of corn give a lot of milk. They give more milk, but they don't last as long. They have a shorter lifespan and have more health problems.
Organic dairy farming is also good for the land. It helps build up the soil. And believe it or not, that's thanks to cows doing nothing but eating grass all the time.
When they come in, they graze everything. They don't like selectively graze, they graze all the different species, and then it all comes back and we get a lot of diversity. Also, part of that process is that when the grass grows tall, the roots grow into the ground. And then when the cows graze it off, that shorter plant doesn't need all that root mass. And so it'll slough some of that root mass off into the ground, and then it'll grow a new top and new roots. And so that builds up the soil, the organic matter in the soil.
The cows at Radiance Dairy, which has over 700 acres of land, rotate through different pastures every day to get the best grass for the cows. And while to us it may be boring eating the same thing every day, there are different types of grasses in the pastures, and an organic dairy farmer sees different types of grasses as a way for the cow to get different nutrients.
All of this grass is very in a nutritious stage, in a young stage, and so they actually, in this case, they pretty much like it all. But sometimes they'll like graze the clover first or graze certain grasses first, and that's fine, but we want them to eat it all, and we want them to have that diversity.
Growing organically requires more work and more management of the field. For example, organic farmers must be thinking about making hay out of their pastures exclusively for winter so the cows can eat. Francis says organic growing is not only better for the environment, but could protect some from health risks.
Some people are actually very allergic to low levels of pesticides and so on in foods. And since we don't use pesticides and antibiotics in our milk, then we can avoid those in our diet. But also organic farming is more of a holistic, we try to look at it as a more environmentally sound kind of farming system. Careful of the camera here.
When I was out there today, I had no idea that cows could be so friendly. I was kind of taken back by that. Well, when it comes to organic dairy farming, the process of milking the cow to bottling it up and sending it off is the same as it would be for a non-organic dairy farmer. However, most dairy farmers, organic or not, send their milk off-site, but Francis has the capability that very few in the state have. He can bottle his own milk on-site and then ship it out for use.